Back-to-back weeks for leg days. You guys are gonna love this one. All right, we're back elite. It's Thursday, so 7 days later than this leg day. And if you notice, that one I titled, it's an all-around leg day. I had hamstrings, I had adductors, I hit quads, and I had glutes. This day, very, very similar, but it's a little bit more hamstring biased. So if you look at the setup and the structure of this exercise and the exercise sequencing, the goal with this session was to really just blow my hamstrings out of the water. Will I get some quad work? Yes. Do I do some direct glute work? Yes. But the main thing is gonna be hamstring, hamstring, hamstring. So I alternated from what I would consider an all-around leg day, because my quads are one of my best body parts, to now a more hamstrings focused today. So alternating weeks, you could literally do this back to back. So you go like all your odd weeks, so 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, could be that workout that I just posted and posted above. Or in all the even weeks be this session I'm doing right now. So let me stop running my mouth and get into why I structured today the way I did. Our exercise 1 in rotation, since we did a superset of lying and seated leg curls last week, I just wanted to get back to the John Meadows special. So that's gonna be lying leg curls. I worked up to the stack and did a triple drop with partials. So again, do as many as you can with the stack. I dropped to 90 pounds, do as many clean reps as I could, drop to 60 pounds, do as many clean reps as I could, and then do slow bottom half or stretched partials. I think I got 20 there, but honestly, I don't remember. The goal there was simply just hammering the hamstring to where it burns so bad that I can barely take the pain anymore. So 1 total hard set of hamstrings to start the day. Next up is gonna be adductor. So in last week's session, it was hard and heavy. It was gym pin, it was top set and back off. Today, I needed volume. And by volume, I'm not talking about total sets. I'm still only doing 2 sets, but I need volume in terms of reps. So I'm shooting for the first set to fail around 25. And that's exactly what I nailed. I can't remember if Chance cut the hammer off or not, but you see me celebrate a little bit at the end of it. Because I'd never gotten 155 pounds for 25 reps before. Like I always would get like 23 and then 2 forced, or I get 22 and 3 forced, or I get like 24 and a half. I think it's what I got the last time I did this. So 25 total reps here with 155 on the stack. I rested 90 seconds and then somebody just repeated 155 and I think I got 18 and a half and then 2 forced. So, or technically 1.5 forced. So if you look at that, great way to hammer my adductors. Now we're gonna go back to hamstrings. This next superset is gonna be probably my favorite thing that I did all day. And it's gonna be a single leg curl where, if you notice here, I have 2 quarters on each side of the machine of the kneeling or standing leg curl. And then I'm just trying to get 8 perfect reps. So if you notice, every one is from a full stretch. Every single one is a full contraction. So where I did the lying leg curls explosively and was just ripping the weight, this I wanna be all about precision and accuracy. So I think about this as almost like a preacher curl for my hamstring. So isolation, dominate the belly of that hamstring. Now, I'm gonna slowly walk over to the leg press and I'm doing banded leg press. So against the band, that is a doubled red on each side. And I did 4 warm-up sets to get to this place where I have 6 plates aside and my goal was getting at least 8 reps. I think I ended up gutting out 10 there. So you see with that superset of the standing leg curl, my hamstrings are fatigued, and then right into this banded leg press. Now, if you notice, my feet are higher up on the platform, and I actually have the arch of my foot on the bend of the platform, and that's so I can drive through my heels and get a ton of hamstring. So are my quads getting worked? Heck yeah. But this is a lot of hamstring drive, especially out of the hole. So what I want to think about here is placement, and then with these bands, I'm getting extra tension at the top. All right, money maker for quads here. I did 2 field sets, one with 2 plates, one with 3 plates aside, and then I did 5 plates aside. And these are hack squat 1.5s that John taught me with the reverse band. But the little caveat I'm doing here is every single rep, including the partial, is gonna be a paused in the fully lengthened or stretched position. So this is absolutely brutal. I told Chad before I started, I was like, if I can get 8, I'll be happy. If I get 10, I'll be doing cartwheels out of this thing. And I think I got 10, or however you wanna look at that, 20 total reps. But the magic here, guys, is look at the control I have through the negative. I completely control and stop the weight at the bottom before pressing up. And then I never lock these out. So that's the second half of this magic. The pause and the control and the negative, and then not locking these out at the top, because it's gonna keep constant tension on my quads, and they were absolutely screaming at me after 1 set. Okay, now we're gonna go over to against the band. So if you notice here, against the bands, reverse band, now back to against the band, Bulgarian split squats with a heel wedge. So I did 1 field set with my body weight in the band, just kind of getting the groove of the exercise. And then I grabbed a 95-pound dumbbell. I'd planned on doing 100, but I think the 100 here of the rubber portion broke, and I wasn't going to the other room and drag 100 in. So I grabbed a 95-pound dumbbell. My goal was to get at least 10 and to control the negative on every one of these. Really focusing on hammering my quad, hammering that working side glute. Then I drop that weight and then just do body weight for another set of 10 before I collapse into the ground. So if you watch this, guys, the magic here with this is, again, controlling of these negatives, powering through the band and squeezing that quad and glute as hard as I could. And then to finish the day here, I did rounded back hypers for 10. This is all activation of the glute. And then I walk back to the back room and I do the glute bridge machine for 10 to 12 reps. So I have 4 plates on here for the one we filmed. So 10 on the rounded back hyper, tucking my chin to my chest, rounding my upper back, squeezing my glutes. Now, what I like about this is it makes my hamstrings fully lengthened. I feel a stretch, not only my hamstrings and my glutes, but also my adductors. And then I just take my time, walk back to the glute bridge, and I dominate reps here. So for each one of these, I want to sink these relatively low, but not all the way down, and then I come up to a full contraction. But that concludes the entirety of my leg day. If you look there, 1 or 2 work sets per exercise, nothing crazy, nothing over top, because again, I want to be mindful of my volume for my lower body because it is a strength. So this is pared down volume-wise, but the effort is where the magic is. And that's exactly what I really challenge you all to do at home, is take these sets, even though there's a few of them, not very many, and make them count. So if you like this video, guys, like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, Christmas TV.